Hi, I'm Dom from Audio Anomalies, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can make a zombie sound that's very similar to the ones you'd probably hear in games like Call of Duty Zombies. And we're going to be doing this in Audacity, which is a free piece of software that you can download to record and edit sounds. First thing we're doing is just making sure that we've got our microphones selected and we've got 2-channel recording in stereo. Speakers are what our output is, and just happy with our recording levels and output levels in Audacity. We're also making sure that our project bitrate is at the high quality of 48,000. You can use 44,100 if you want. 48,000 is got a higher noise floor. So next thing we're going to do is make sure our monitoring level is good. That's what's coming into Audacity, so you can just do a test here just to kind of see what sort of levels you're getting coming in, making sure it's not too loud or too quiet. Once we're happy, we can go ahead and record something silly. The one thing I like about the Call of Duty Zombies is some of them make some funny sounds, and you'll see what this does in a minute. It's not great on its own at the moment, but it will be once we add a little bit of fairy dust to it, a little bit of zombie dust. First here, what we're doing is we're just silencing the beginning and the end to get rid of any unwanted computer noise. Now, I'm not using any noise reduction on the rest of the recording because I'm going to use a gate, and I'm going to show you how we do that in a little while. But first, what we're going to do is go into edit and then duplicate this recording. So we've got 2 of the exact same recordings. Next, if we just solo one and make sure that one's highlighted, we're going to go into effects and we're going to go down to vocal finalizer. It's a good bit of vocal processing software from Palmieri collection. I'll put the link in the description so you can check it out. The great thing about this is it's got pretty much everything all in one place. It's got a compressor and a gate so we can remove some of that unwanted background noise. We've also got an EQ. And we've also got a high pass and low pass filter. We've got a de-esser, a doubler to add some body to the sounds, a delay and a reverb. First off, we're going to start by adding some EQ to the sound, and we're also going to switch the compressor on and just add a little bit of medium compression, making sure our input and output levels are at a level we're happy with. Just tweaking the stereo width there a little bit, and then if we're happy with the sound, we can just apply it. Now we're going to go to our second recording of the duplication that we did a second ago, and we're going to go to effects and then change pitch. And in here, we're going to pitch down this recording by -10, which will make it a bit lower in pitch. That doesn't really sound too much different when you listen to it on its own. What we're going to do though is going to go into the vocal finalizer and just add a little bit of compression. We're going to turn off the EQ though. So the compressor and gate there is just going to kind of level out the sounds a little bit and get rid of some of that unwanted background noise. And now let's listen to them both together. So as you can hear, you kind of got that dissonant sound between the two now. What we're going to do though is we're going to pitch down our original one a little bit more. I'm going to just add -2 to this one here. And then we're going to duplicate it again. And then with this one, we're just going to, I don't know, let's change the pitch down to something like, I don't know, let's do -15 on this one. You just have to play around with these settings until you get something you like. Now that's starting to sound pretty close now. Not too sure about that middle one now. I think it's just a little bit too much. We're going to take it out. We've got a better one there now. So that sounded pretty good now, I think. I'm quite happy with that. So what we can do now is we can just do some final touches on these. We're going to press Control A to highlight both tracks. Then we're going to go into tracks. So we're going to go to mix, and then we're going to go to mix and render to new track. So what we can do here is we can just kind of like duplicate the two that we had into one. And then we're going to just add some final touches in the vocal finalizer. So we're just tweaking here, really. A little bit of compression. So we're just reducing the stereo field a little bit on that, but we're going to add some doubler now to thicken up the sound. It's sounding a bit thicker now. So adding a bit of stereo width now to get the maximum amount of the doubler out of it. We're just going to take a little bit of the low frequency out using the high pass filter. Now what we can do is add a little bit of reverb just to brighten up the sound a bit. Don't want too much though. Don't want to overdo it with the reverb. Let's just reduce our stereo image a little bit. It's a little bit too wide. I'm happy with that, so we're going to apply it. The reason why we wanted to get the stereo field right is because if you're going to say send this off to a game developer or something, then you don't want it too wide because they'll position it in their own audio engine that they're building their game in, so I don't want it too wide. So I wasn't really happy with that middle track. We're going to get rid of that one now. Let's, I don't know, let's change the pitch of this top one again. Now we've rendered the one at the bottom down to the mix that we had before. We're just adding an extra layer now. What we're going to do here though is we're going to split this one into two mono tracks. Now we've pitched this one down by going to audio track and then going down to split stereo to mono. This is going to give us two separate tracks in mono. If we play these two together, they'll just sound pretty much center in the center space. What we can do here is we can pan one to the left and then pan one to the right. So that is kind of now stereo again. But because we pitched one down, we're going to get this slight wider feel to the sound. We changed the pitch a little bit more on one of them, I think. Just a little bit more. So what that has done now is give us a wider sound. We can also maybe pitch this other one down a little bit as well. We want them to be a slightly different pitch to our original one that we've got at the bottom. Now if we unmute these and listen to them all together. Well, that's not sounding too bad. I think the stereo layers are a little bit too wide though. We're just going to reduce the volume of these a little bit. Yeah, it's almost there. You're just going to reduce the volume down a little bit more of those stereo layers, just to let the main one pop out a little bit more. We just want them really for a little bit of width. If we highlight both of these now, we're happy with, we can go to tracks, go to again mix, and we're going to mix and render, so that's all in one track now. Alright, so now we can add the final touches in the vocal finalizer. In here, we're just going to give it a little bit of extra stereo width, see what it sounds like with that, and just tweak that. So we can add a little bit of reverb and a little bit of doubler on this. Also, because it's a stereo layer, we're just going to take some of that low frequency out by going up to 170 Hertz. Just means everything below 170 is cut off. Now we can add a little bit of compression. We're going to use a little bit of hard compression. I say a little bit, I turn the knob right to the top. I'm happy with that, so let's apply it. Now let's listen to them both together. I think they're sounding pretty good. Zombie making that sounding Call of Duty, you're either going to laugh or run from it. This is really good fun to play around with. So, I mean, once you're happy with your sound, what you can do is select them both. You can go again to tracks, mix, then go to mix and render. I'll put it into one track. So once you're happy with it, you can save your project in files, save projects and then save as. Don't forget to save your work. And if you want to export it, so you've got it on your computer, you just need to go to export and then export as WAV or MP3, whichever one you want. But there you go, guys. That's pretty much how you make those kind of Call of Duty zombie sounds. It is a relatively basic tutorial. We're not going to go through it in more depth than this, really, because you can come up with some very complex layers, and I could probably tweak and EQ that, but really there's no point because you guys can play around with that. I just wanted to kind of show you how you can get that effect, and if this has helped you, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel, pop your comments into the video if you've got any questions, and I'll catch you guys on another video. Thanks for watching.